friends. Hope you're doing well. So this has been an exhausting month so far, and it's only I guess it's the 21st right now, but it'll probably be the 22nd by the time you see this. It has been a very long month. A lot has happened. I was gonna take notes about all the things that have happened, but then I just didn't. I just sat down and hit record. So let me get you up with the goings on in my life lately. And side note, the title of this video is the same title as a song I really like, and it's fitting. It's by a band called Pet Cemetery. It's very good if you like Midwest emo stuff. Anyway, so I did 15 shoots. I went and looked at my little nerd spreadsheet. I did 15 shoots so far this month. I've got at least 2 more, 3 more, 4 more, at least 4 more shoot days. That's a lot to do. If you going out on shoots is very exhausting, but then you have to think about all the pre-production that goes into it. You don't just show up. Most of the time you have to have meetings and talk about stuff, and you're just like, what? So for all the 15 days of shooting, there's usually at least one meeting or several phone calls and emails, and for all that you still have to do the post-production, you have to do the editing work, and I'm still behind from the big job I did last month. That's done now, and so now I'm playing catch up, and I try to get everything done 2 weeks, and then send it out to the client when it's done. And right now I'm on stuff I shot in May on the 5th. So I'm just a little behind that 2-week calendar, so that's not too bad. But anyway, so that's how work is going. But I've been stuck in the worst part of the production cycle, where you do a whole bunch of work. This is how production seems to go, is you have a bunch of jobs, and then you have a bunch of editing, and then you sometimes have a little bit of a lull, and then you have a bunch of jobs again. And it just seems to go in cycles like that. But I'm stuck in the part where I've shot all the stuff, and now I'm editing, and I've edited a lot of it, but I haven't been paid for most of it yet. So I'm just it's just all work and no reward, and you're just burnt out on it. So that's what I'm going through right now, and I haven't had time to really sit down and make videos. I haven't had time to go play Warhammer. I haven't had time to play. I haven't played hockey in a month. And then, of course, I got another blood blister just shortly after that one on my toe fell off after months. There's another one in the same spot. And I think it's because I've been around the apartment a lot without shoes on. Because, I don't know, something. And it's just one of those things where I don't know how seriously to take it. Because I know I've had them. And it went, one of the first ones I had, went bad. And it went real bad. But, this last one I had for, months. And it kind of just, you can't really tell. At a certain point, it just kind of, hardens. And, because, a blood blister's, I don't really know how to explain it. But it's like a blister that goes inward as opposed to outward. And then blood forms from just friction and rubbing and stuff. And I wasn't keeping up with my foot care routine. And so that you just kind of have to wait for it to grow out. And then by the time it grows out, it's basically just a scab. So kind of once it heals and the scab's over, I just don't know how long that is. And I'm trying to be more cautious. So I'm not playing hockey for the foreseeable future. I haven't been able to play Warhammer because I've been so busy doing shoots. And so now this week I'm catching up. Hopefully I'm gonna play some Warhammer. Hopefully I'm gonna make some videos. And so there's that. Other exciting things. We got a cat. By we, I mean me and my girlfriend. We have a cat now in this apartment. There is a cat. Here's a photo of the cat. Her name is Oblivion, which we named her after a Baroness song. If you like Baroness, there's a song called is it Beneath the Rose, or I think it's Last Word is what we named her after. If you listen to Last Word, or that whole album, the album's called Stone. They say the word Oblivion a lot. I mean, she's a black cat, so we thought that was fitting, and we liked it, and we calling her Livy for short. So she's cute, she's playful. She mostly hides a lot. She's very attached to my girlfriend, cause like she'll hide most of the day, and I'll go in the room because we have her separated from her in the bedroom right now, because Bear does not yet get along with her, or rather, she does not get along with him because Bear has lived with cats, and as soon as she came home, he was like, "Oh hey, what's up? Like, let me show you around," and she was like, "Absolutely not," and swatted at him, and he was like, "Okay, whenever you're ready." And so every now and then, he'll kind of, we've got a baby gate to keep them separated, and we'll like have the baby gate open. We'll like, is this the time that she like finally lets him? And we've tried to do like scent swapping, where like he doesn't really need it, but she needs it. So like we rub a towel on Bear and then put it near her, and she'll sniff it, and she'll like rub on it a little bit, and we're like, okay, maybe. And then Bear will come in and be like, "Hey, can we hang out?" And she's like, "No," and then hisses at him, and we're like, "Oof, let's back him up." So eventually she'll come around to it, eventually, but for now it's kind of just stressful that like we have to keep them separated, and now she has learned that she can jump over the gate, and so she's come out of the bedroom and explored a little bit, and she seems to like to find a new hiding spot every time, and we're just like, girl, like, and it wouldn't be a big deal if her and Bear got along, if she could just like deal with Bear and be like, "Oh, okay, whatever, it's a big dumb dog," like, because Bear's super chill, he's lived with cats, he doesn't really care, he just wants to like sniff her, and be like, "Okay, cool, you're part of our team now." But she's not there yet, so that's been stressful. And because we had to keep the baby gate up, Bear can't come sleep with us, and so there's times where like in Nebraska we get inclement weather, and so I will come sleep out on the floor, so that way Bear doesn't have to like just scratch the door and feel panicked and anxious for the separation. And even when it's not bad outside, he'll still scratch the door and be like, "Alright," so then we'll have to go pick him up, and because if he walks past to go to bed, to go get in the bed, he has to walk past Livy's like favorite hiding spot, and she will hiss and swipe at him. So we have to like scoop him and be like, "Okay, you can't leave the bed without us." And it's just it's just a lot, and it is proving to be a lot more stressful to me than I previously imagined it would be. I knew it was going to be stressful, but I didn't, because when with my old girlfriend, she had 2 cats, and when Bear came into the picture, Bear just got along with him, and the cats just accepted him, and it was fine. Probably because those 2 cats had previously lived with dogs and other cats, and were just like used to community, whereas Livy is a feral gutter cat, and she lived in a cat community with like 13 other cats, and then she got rescued, got fostered by my friend Molly, and I don't know how long. We met Livy in February, and we just adopted her like a week and a half ago. So Molly has another cat, and I think Livy kind of had her own room at Molly's house, but would come out during the day when Molly was home, and kind of got along with the other cat. So hopefully Livy comes around. I just don't know. I've done the old YouTube research, and we asked the vet if he had any advice, and everyone's just like, it just takes time. And you're like, that doesn't help me right now. I am exhausted, and I just want this cat to like be chill, so I can just leave all the doors open again and not have to worry about it. Because that's like my biggest worry, is that like the cat is gonna hurt the dog, and it's like, I don't know this cat. We've had this cat for a week and a half. I've had that dog for 10 years. Like, my loyalty lies a little thicker with one than the other, and so the girlfriend really wanted the cat, and so it's like, okay, if this cat attacks that dog or me in a meaningful way, like, I'm not gonna want that cat around anymore, and it's gonna cause a rift in our relationship. And it's just that, so there's just that unknown is just stressful to me, and you just don't know kind of how it's gonna play out, and you just assume it's gonna work fine, but then there's that anxiety part of your brain that's just like, but what if it doesn't? And you're like, thanks, brain, asshole. So there's that. new GoPro. I made some videos with it. It's pretty cool. I have a lot of ideas for it, and I want to make some more Warhammer content. And I have like a Warhammer channel that I kind of started, but like I haven't really done much with. But now that I have a new GoPro that's like a higher quality, I figured out a good way to like rig it to do overhead shots without it being like a big production, like without it being a lot of effort to do that. So I want to do that. I want to get back into doing like regular ASMR videos, and I've been thinking about maybe bringing back the old camera, and that way the old camera can just stay set up here, because this camera it goes out to work so often that like when I pull it off, I have to like unrig it from the desk, and then it's not a big time consuming thing. It's like 5 minutes to set it up, and I know I'm very blessed to have like a area that I could just leave a camera. You know, a lot of YouTubers don't have that, let alone having a very, very expensive camera and a very expensive microphone. Like these aren't things most people have access to. But it's just like setting it up. It's just that barrier. It's like removing barriers to entry. Like whenever, I don't know what my neurodivergence is, if it's autism or if it's ADHD or if it's the AUDHD or whatever the fuck that's called. Just simple things, the simple barriers make it very hard for my brain to like, I gotta use my spoons to like set the camera back up, and it's the whole ordeal. So it's like if the camera's already ready to go, it's a lot easier for me to just sit down and start going. So that's something that I want to do. More stuff that I want to do. I want to make more all-night videos, all-night ASMR videos. I made a couple. They haven't really caught on, but the watch time on this channel is low, and I need it to go up. Otherwise, I'm at risk for losing my $7 a month that I make off this channel. But hey, that buys me one burrito a month, and I have become accustomed to a certain quality of life where I get one free burrito a month, and damn it, I'm not gonna lose it. So, if you could do me a favor, if you like this channel and you want to support it, go watch one of those long 10-hour videos. Just put it on when you go to sleep, because there's some good, like there's one, I did a air conditioning video, and I'm like, this is pretty good, like a hotel air conditioning. So put that on when you go to sleep tonight or tomorrow or whenever, and just let it run all 10 hours, and then do it again, and then do it again, and keep doing it, and then I'll get my watch time will be up, and it won't be an issue anymore. So, yeah. Let's see. And then I also I've for the longest time wanted to do a 10-hour Whisper Ramble video. And I think I have like this whole week off, and I've got next week off, but I know to do like an 8 or 10-hour Whisper Ramble. I can't just do it one shot, obviously. So I'm thinking, I don't know what, if I do it in half-hour chunks or hour-long chunks or what. But it's gonna be about movies, because that's like, I think, something I could easily talk about for 8 to 10 hours. And if I just do it in bits, I think it'll be manageable. I just gotta figure out kind of the flow, because like right now I'm thinking like, okay, if I did like, here's like my favorite movies, like my personal favorite movies first, like that alone could probably be an hour. And then like movies I think everybody should see before they die would be a chunk, and then maybe like movies that filmmakers should watch could be a chunk, and then I don't know what about after that, just like going off of genres, and like be like best 80s movies, best like teen comedy movies, best, you know, musicals, and kind of just go off that. Or I could just do, there's one guy, what's his name, it's Red Letter Media, I think is what his YouTube channel is, and he made like some unhinged movie review that's like 8 hours long. But it's a lot, so I could just do that. I could just hyper focus on one movie that I like and just go scene by scene and be like, let me tell you what I like about this scene, this shot specifically. I don't know what movie that would be. Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Bastards, maybe, because there's a lot of details there you can pick out. But I'm not smart enough to know what they all are. So anyway, yeah. Also, I started reading Dune because of the movies. Because I'm a filthy casual when it comes to hard sci-fi, And I've been aware of Dune for a long time as a nerd growing up, and it just was so thick. I just was like, this seems like something I would struggle with. But it is awesome. And I don't know if I would have liked it when in my younger years, maybe. I mean, I read those Star Wars books, they were thick too. But damn, Dune is a really good book. If you like sci-fi, read fucking Dune. It's super good. Or just watch the movies, whatever, those are good too. I haven't seen the second one yet, but I hear it's good. So I want to finish the book because people are telling me the book is different than the movies. And what I've heard is that the book, a lot of people got the wrong sort of storyline from the book. It's that, like, everybody sucks in the book, or everyone's supposed to suck in the book, and you end up rooting for certain people, and you're like, okay, it's not quite what the author meant. And so the movie kind of fixes that. But apparently it upset people that they altered course in the movie. But in the second book of Dune, which a lot of people haven't read, it's sort of, so if you take the first book and the second book, that's kind of what the movies are, I guess. I don't know. I haven't finished the book. I haven't watched the second movie, so I don't know if that's true or not. But I figured I'd read the first book and then I'd go watch the movies. And then, why not? Timothy Chalamet, Bing Bong. Yeah, that. I think that catches us up. I really haven't done a lot this month. It's mostly just been working. Banging my head in the building, into the wall. And not really being able to get a lot of progress on my goals. So I got 2 weeks not even 2 weeks, it's like 10 days now to catch up and make some progress and make sure this month is a good month. Kick it in the teeth. Oh, another thing, my A1C was high again. It was high last time because I couldn't get my meds, and it was high again this last time. It was 8.4, which you want it to be under 7. It was like 9.9 last time, so it is an improvement, but not enough of an improvement. And so I think I'm throwing in the towel with trying to medicate myself, and I'm just going back to what actually worked, which was fasting, doing intermittent fasting and doing low carb. Because I switched doctors because I feel like I wasn't getting a lot out of my endocrinologist, and it was costing me $150 every time I would go. And then I would go to my GP, and one time my GP was like, your diabetes doesn't seem that complicated, we could probably manage it. And they just keep putting me on different drugs, and it helps a little bit, and it's each time it helps a little bit. And it's okay, well, when I was just doing low carb and fasting with the cheapest drug that you can get for diabetes called metformin, which is the oldest drug you can get for diabetes, it's $10 for 3 months. It's super cheap versus what I'm now. I think I paid $600. Wait, for 3 months I paid $700 or $800 for the meds I'm on, and it's helping, and then I could still eat carbs, I guess, but if my A1C is still bad, it's still not in the good range, then I'll just save the $700 and go back to eating less and eating healthier meals anyway, because I felt better when I was fasting and I felt better when I was eating low carb. And I'm realizing that I've come to that age where your parents are oh, this is, it's good. And now your kid, you're I just want mac and cheese and chicken nuggets. And now oh, mac and cheese still slaps and chicken nuggets still slap. But other things just don't hit the same way, big disgusting meals. And I don't know if that's just because all the health problems I've had in the last 5 years. And I'm just cognizant of how bad this is for me while I'm eating it, and that takes away a lot of the joy from it. Or if my taste buds actually are changing, and I'm just I just can't a regular soda just doesn't taste good to me anymore. But Zevia still does. Zevia, sponsor me. The problem is Zevia is so expensive. It's a buck a can, which is, I don't know. I feel there's not $1's worth of ingredients in there, even with a profit markup. I don't know. I feel this can't cost more than soda. and then you're just charging extra because it's a healthy option. But so it goes. But yeah, I think that's really it. I want to make more videos, and I'm gonna, and yeah, so I'm still alive. I'm just exhausted and burned out and ready to get back into doing dumb bullshit like making stupid videos and having a good time. So yeah, that's all I got. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Hope your month has been less exhausting than my month. And if not, well, I hope that turns around for you real soon. And until next time, keep on trucking. I don't fucking know. I haven't made a video in so long, I forgot the outro. Anyway, have a good one. Thanks for watching.